RJ has that effect on people. He really does.
Good luck
He really does.
Hey y'all, welcome to Backstage at the Depot. I'm here with Kyle and RJ from El Cajon. I'm excited that you guys are here. Excited to be sitting down chatting with y'all. First of all, I'd like to know a little history about the band, El Cajon, maybe about also the name. So what can you tell me?
Absolutely. Well, nice to meet you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
We love this place. El Cajon is a town in San Diego that I grew up in, and in Spanish it means like the box or the valley. It's a valley where I grew up, so that's where the name comes from. We're a 6-piece band. My wife June and I started the band. She plays keys and accordion. I play guitar and sing, and then we brought in Martin Ledyard on bass, who's just a wicked bass player from Texas, and then ran into these crazy kids from Cape Town, South Africa, Kyle on drums and Mike Rennie on violin, and they had a great story because they knew each other back in Cape Town. They were in separate bands but playing on same stages at festivals and whatnot.
Yeah, we used to tour together.
Yeah, so what were the bands?
South Africa in the house!
South Africa in the house!
Oh yeah!
Yeah, so Mike was in a band called Sons of Trout. I was in a band called Juice, and we used to... South Africa is like, think of it as big fish in a small pond. But we used to tour, play all the festivals together, and then 20 years later, we were reintroduced. That we left South Africa, we ended up here in Marin County, in north of San Francisco, and
Is that where you guys are all like based right now?
Yeah, Fairfax, Nevada. That's where we're all from.
And Mike was part of the outfit, and he was like, "Yeah, we're looking for a drummer," and I was like, "This is crazy, let's do it." And so we locked in. That was
next week we got rid of our other drummer, and Kyle was in immediately.
Perfect.
We just added our 6th member,
Yeah, that's
David
right.
Gilmore, on keyboards
Incredible.
and accordion, wicked player.
You have 2 accordion players in one band.
Yeah, and we're not supposed to talk
And
about
we have
that
a
on
license.
film. There's a license that we have to
we
get.
have a government license.
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
believed you for a half second.
No, it's really weird. Like we
It's
all
more
joke
than a
about
It's
house.
like
that.
DEF CON security stuff. Like you got to really go deep to get that kind of a license.
Yeah,
But you know,
we got it.
RJ knows some people. So.
Yeah, so we
I'm still not sure if you're joking with me or not. Is
Oh,
there
no,
a license?
No, it's real. It's
There's
real.
a real
It's-
license. Wait,
it's
a license
real
for
license.
what?
It's just not very common to have 2 accordions.
Are you
in
messing
one.
with me? I don't know. I'm stressed. I'm sweating.
No, yeah, we're
Well, if
totally
we told you the
Oh.
truth, we'd have to kill you. So let's just take it as like, yes, is the license.
And one last thing with David Gilmour, but besides the name is David Gilmour as an accordion player.
And it's the actual David
Genius.
Gilmour. He's just moonlighting.
But he and I used to play in a band in the mid-90s in San Francisco, and then we just reconnected. So it's a bunch of serendipity happening all over.
Okay, I love that, and I love that word. I
Yeah.
love that you said that.
And we're messing with you.
And
You
you're
don't
messing
need a
with
real
me
license.
again. You do. You know what? We're not gonna end this conversation there because we'll be going back and forth.
Believe.
You know what's funny about the David Gilmour thing? Is that I don't know why Daniel was playing Pink Floyd all evening. Did you notice that? And I was like, it's kind of a weird Saturday night vibe for a pre-show.
He
But
did
now-
have some
but
significant
now we
facial.
He obviously
Yeah.
knew the David Gilmour.
I mean, we were very impressed with his facial surgery and his vocal surgery, but he's done a great job to hide away here with us. We're very honored.
Nice.
But
I
it's the
love
real
it.
David Gilmour.
Okay,
Yeah.
I believe you. I'm just gonna take
Along with the
everything you say at
licenses.
face value.
Beautiful.
That's
Perfect.
the best thing to do.
Good. Earlier today, somebody asked me how would you describe El Cajon sound, and unfortunately, I haven't heard you guys yet. I've been missing out so far, so I would like to get it straight from the horse's mouth. How would you describe your sound? What genre are you? What kind of music
I
do you
have an
do?
answer, but I'd love to hear yours
Oh,
from
good.
behind the kit.
I know we didn't rehearse this, so this is
That's
great. I always say that this is Americana rock.
Okay.
But then the fact that we called El Cajon, which means the box, I always add the concept of jukebox. Because we take people on a sonic journey. And we will do anything from a little bit of country. There's always an edge that's kind of been put the blend of El Cajon on it. We will go through country, we'll go into rock, we'll go into punk, we'll go into reggae, we'll drop down into our own mixture of things, but it really is like a sonic adventure. But I would say Americana rock's probably things we switched out.
That's a good one right there.
We switched out a lead guitar player for a lead fiddle player. So where you would normally have like the big fat solos, we got violin. So automatically, and then we got 2 squeeze boxes on there. So that, and then we have also at any given moment we've got 2 keyboard players. So what's really interesting is we just really try to take it on a different sort of journey. But Americana rock is where I probably landed.
Yeah, and a little indie rock and some ska in there as well, but it's all originals. We play maybe 2 covers throughout the night, which is, I think, a unique thing. We all
definitely.
That's why we do it, because we want to play our own music, and it's great because when we came here for the first time, sometimes you don't know if people will be like, I want to hear music that I know, I want to hear covers, but we seem to somehow be able to cut through it and connect with people, and that's like what we love to do, So.
I love that. As a fellow musician, I'm really curious to know, you can just tell me a little bit about your songwriting process. So you're a big band. Who writes the songs? Do you write them together? What is the songwriting session like?
That's a great question. So at my house we have a studio, and that's where we practice almost every Thursday night. We drink some wine, hang out, hug each other, and everyone really,
Hugs are
we're
important.
lucky. Everyone gets along really well.
Okay.
And so someone will bring what I call the nugget, some idea, maybe an idea. Maybe it's fully fleshed out and it's got a verse and a chorus and something, but it's not done until the band gets their hands on it. Like Kyle's great at arranging and going, hey, what about this part? And so it's a very democratic process, which we're intentionally doing so that everyone keeps involved and interested. I mostly sing on our recordings, the lead vocal, but we're starting to even change that up. My wife June just sang on Don't Forget the Girl, our latest release. Lead sang. Martin Ledyard, our bass player, just brought a song to the band that we all messed with, and that's going to be released and he lead sings. So it's everybody kind of gets to have a part of it.
It's like the thing you could wish for, because a lot of bands, there'll be like a core songwriter, they'll come with a thing and then say like everyone has to do this.
Here's your
with
part.
This is hey, I've got an idea, and we kind of feel it out, and then it gets put through this El Cajon filter. And then we start to build it and evolve it, and it never kind of ends evolving, because even things we played for a good several years, like last night, literally Thursday night, we're like, well, what if we just change the feel? So tonight we're going to get an exclusive, because we've taken a song we've loved playing for
called Second Chance, and we're just flipping it up,
and we just literally flipped the rhythm from like something more progressive to something more 70s funk, and so we just like, hey, why not, let's give it a go. So we even having fun with
constantly
our own stuff.
evolving, constantly trying new things.
That's the way to say it.
Good.
And the song we're going to play tonight that I think would be interesting for you is Polygram.
Yeah.
And the story behind that song is my wife worked at Polygram Records, and I was finishing school. She got out a little quicker than I did. Took a couple extra years, and I was an intern at Polygram, and she was my boss. And so it's a song about our love story, and also how it was all happening within the backdrop of like amazing music, going to killer shows, and like when labels were still a thing. So anyway, that's Polygram.
I love that. When did you write that song?
A while ago, probably about 8 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
and it's out. All these songs that you have, they're out for people. People can listen to them. Where?
Not all of them. We have a record, so that's pressed on vinyl, and it's all on Spotify, all over all the streaming services. So
Got
yeah,
it.
it's vinyl. Yeah.
The one thing I just want to add is there's always this dynamic where, the audience at a restaurant wants to hear a combination of originals and covers. And we very much promote originals here and original music here, which we're proud to do.
Yes.
But there's something magic about your originals where I've always said that people feel like they've already heard them.
Dude, I love that. Mike, I love that. They're not super inaccessible. I think some bands I've been in, you try to make like the weirdest songs, and so like you're trying to be too original. Like we just write good songs, and I think it ends up having kind of that effect. That's
nostalgic
cool.
feel.
I think one of the things with that, if I could say, as we're wrapping up, is that one thing we always have in mind is a lot of bands write for themselves. We write for ourselves, but we always ask, how would this make an audience feel? And I think for us, one thing that starts to tweak the way the end product ends up sounding is that we always say, like, could this be a sing-along part? Could people get in? Will they recognize this? Will they understand it? Or do they have to hear it 7 times in order to like fully digest it?
Yeah.
And RJ's a master at that. And so like as we lock in, there's always a thing that when we come out with something, they go like, it kind of reminds me of, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah.
But I love it.
A feeling,
And
a
then
sound that
that's
they've always known.
And that's like,
Ideally.
and that is in itself is like is like a secret sauce, I think.
I love that. Well, guys, it was so fun talking to you, and I'm excited to hear you play Genuinely Truly because I've heard a lot of great things, and I just love great music. So,
thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is going to probably terrify the microphone.
It wasn't that long ago that I met you downstairs at Polygram Records. It wasn't that long ago that we used to sleep in all day. It wasn't that long ago that I held your hand under the barroom table. A couple years later is when we got hitched. With the one, with the way, and the light. It was you were there on the night of my life. My life now with you, the one with the way and the light. It was you who were there on the night of my life. Long ago that I threw my last cigarette out of the window. It wasn't that long ago that we used to dance all night. It wasn't that long ago that you looked in my eyes so deeply and scary. It wasn't that long ago, no, it wasn't that long ago because you were the one, the way, and the light. It was you who was there. On the night of my life, my life now with you were the one, with the way and the light. It was you who were there on the night of my baby, you and me, till the sun comes up, baby. The night of my life, baby, you and me, until the sun comes up, baby. The night of my life, baby, you and me, until the sun comes up, baby. The night of my life, you and me, until the sun comes up. The one, the way, and the light. It was you who were there on the night. Thank you very much.